Alright guys, so we're at the final part of the collection video. There's only a few cars left, and I'm going to make them quick because I know that my other ones have been a little long, so let's jump right in. Alright guys, so starting off with the first car, we have my low C Tenacity MT. So this thing, I haven't really used it too much, to be honest with you, and to be completely honest with you, I really don't think it's that durable. You know, it kind of falls apart a lot, but I'll show it to you anyway. I still enjoy it. I like the way it performs, but I just can't go super crazy with it like I would have liked to do. And I actually just almost lost a body clip. Let's see if I can get that out. Okay, well, I lost that anyway. And I don't have any body clips left, so that's why it kind of sucks. So, getting off the body of this thing, quickly talking about the body, I don't like, I mean, I like it. I like the body. But they're way too expensive. They charge way too much for these things. They're charging $60 unpainted, so that's just kind of ridiculous. But anyway, getting onto the setup of it, I guess, you might have noticed that there's this door here. That's really just for battery load, and it can take up to 3S LiPo. And to be honest, guys, I don't really like it as much as I thought I would. The ESC works great. It's an 8-scale ESC in a 10-scale car, so that's pretty cool. They use a standard 10-scale motor, but I think the fuse motors, the ones that Dynamite makes, are really bad. They really don't work too well. Well, they work okay, they just get really hot super easily, so yeah. And another modification that one of the modifications that I did was I put on Losi 8 RTR shocks, and they actually are way more durable than the Stalkers, obviously, because they're 8-scale shocks. I'm gonna get this thing kind of fixed up soon because there's kind of some missing screws in some places. Because I kind of lost them during the repair process a while ago. And the only reason why it doesn't have 4-wheel drive right now is because of there's something in the back. But anyway, so that's going to be it for the Tenacity. Moving on. So moving on, we have the Losi 8TE. So this thing I've made a few videos on. For a while it was my favorite RC car and favorite basher. Well, now it's my favorite basher actually right now. It bashes really well. I think it's a lot of fun. It really wasn't too great as a racer, really just because I couldn't get anything really good on this car. Because the whole thing overall, it was, I mean, some places I really liked it. Like, it performs well as a basher, not really that great as a racer. And I'm not really going to talk about this thing for too long, because I've made kind of a final phase video for this thing for the last parts that I put on this thing, which were these Badland wheels and tires. So pretty much just a quick summary of this thing. We have a Power HD servo, caster motor, and ESC, which I did a review on actually, and that got a lot of views, which is thanks guys. Now the things that I kind of don't like about it are the differentials, and this kind of goes for all Losi 8 diffs. The 8 diffs I honestly think are good, but the design that they use to kind of case them up is bad, really, because it can easily be stripped with enough power, which is, any car can really break from that, but I feel like the Losis are just way too weak. So yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for this thing. I really like the car. It drives great. I mean, I've been hearing the diff sound for a while now, but it really doesn't seem to have any sort of effect on driving. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of mods on this thing too, which I'll let you guys see later. So that's gonna wrap it up for the Losi 8TE. Moving on. Okay, so I'm gonna briefly touch on my MVX 8 buggy, just because it's part of my collection, and I think it deserves its place in this video. But currently, it's going through some changes. Like, I need to get a new motor for it, which I already have. I just need to throw it in there. But I do need to get some other parts as well, like some screws. I need to get a new servo on this side, because these two servos together, they like to draw a lot of power, and they cut out the receiver way too much. Even with this glitch buster, it's really what that is just a power cap, which gives it more power when it needs it, but that didn't actually work, unfortunately. And I like to run 20% nitro with a 9% oil content, really just to keep the engine kind of cooled off, And I do like to run the ProTech lightweight battery pack, but that's pretty much it for this one. I'll make more videos about this soon. They're just coming on the way. And last but not least, my Mugen MVX AT Eco. So, I'm not going to really touch on this one too much because I did a full review on this car not too long ago, and I pretty much went over everything on this thing. So just to kind of give you an overall, summary of this thing. Well, soon actually I'm going to be replacing the body because it's trashed. It's falling apart. This is the stock one, the Proline Warhawk, which is actually I think I actually really like the look of this one. I like the design, the shaping of it looks really nice, So what I have in here is a Savox SB2273SG brushless servo. I've got the Hobby Max 8 combo and the SRX310 receiver in there, and I also have a power cap because that servo likes to drop power. So yeah, but it does work. Everything works. It drives really nicely. The tires on this thing are subjective. They constantly change. But what I got on here right now are just some J Concepts reflexes, which I do need to replace soon enough because these ones are wearing down. I think they can go for like one more race, but that'll be it. So yeah.
So that just about wraps it up for the MVX AT, and that's it for the video.
So thank you guys for watching the video, and thank you Brendan Rose for actually giving me a shout out on Friday. Thanks, man. And I hope to see you guys in the next video, and bye.